All right, we open by checking in on the last movie where Dom Toretto was abruptly sentenced to 35 years in prison. But then as he's being transported to prison, what's that? 2 cars pulling up beside the prison bus. One driven by Brian, one by Mia. And they do some car shenanigans. The bus overturns. Lacey's like, but what about the other prisoners? Don't worry, the newscasters will tell us in a second.
I know, but they famously do not buckle up prisoners. They just put their hands. They would have ripped off limbs. Those guys would have been fucked.
Yeah, they just say they didn't die.
That's all they said. They're not like limbs everywhere. Won't be able to wipe their ass.
But right away, we see the beauty of these movies. An actual bus getting overturned. No CGI shenanigans. Ew. And then Fast Five on screen. Purred happily from Parks and Rec as a newscaster. He's like,
it's going to
rain. New news happening on the freeway. A bus overturned. But don't worry, no one died.
Okay, I love that they give you they bother to tell you no one died here, but then they go ahead and kill everyone else in the fucking movie.
And I love that when they're killing all these cops at the end, Mia on the walkie is like, guys, every corrupt cop in Brazil is after you now.
We're sure. Don't worry. Kill them all. I know they're corrupt. It's fine.
I took a small bribe from the warlord who runs my neighborhood.
Right.
I deserve to die.
Right.
So, nationwide manhunt underway for Dom Toretto, his sister, and disgraced ex-Fed Brian O'Connor. But despite every eye in the country looking for them, where they are is anyone's guess.
Now we get to Rio, where we find out that Jesus loves you this much.
Cut to the beautiful helicopter shot of Rio de Janeiro.
You've never seen it before.
Great second unit work in this movie, showing beautiful Rio. Most of this movie was filmed in San Juan, Puerto Rico.
Oh, okay.
But Brian and Mia, they're driving. How long have they been driving all the way from America?
They've been driving so long that they're dirty. Like, what is the inside of your car just full of dirt? What have you been doing?
And that they're now in a car where the driver's side is on the other side, and presumably they've
been driving that long.
And you know, I was at first judging them for like you're stopping to have unprotected sex, but like, what else are you going to be doing?
What the fuck? You gotta stop.
They arrive in the favelas, and some armed toughs cock their guns at them before a guy shouts in Portuguese, "Hey, they're cool."
I will say they walked several steps into that situation more than I would have. Just a lot of guns. They're like, there's only 3. Let's keep going. Okay, there's 4.
This has got to be the place, right? Yeah.
What place?
Vince.
Were they looking for him?
Yeah, Vince from the first movie.
Okay, we've been not told they're going to find him there.
And guys, in the first movie, he and Brian were feuding, and he calls him a buster, but turns out there's nothing but love now. They love each other.
I don't know about that, but it's fine.
Dom has not arrived yet. Vince last heard from him. He was up in Ecuador doing stuff. I don't know.
But, you know, Brian is still, well, we don't know if it's because it's this guy, but he's definitely got his prickles up. Like, he still has his, like, cop senses. So he does he feels like something's not right. And I'm still unclear if Vince was on the right side of this the whole time or if he comes back around.
I think, yes, he's been on the right side the whole time, but you are right to be unclear on that. The movie doesn't do a good job.
Well, so then what I think Brian is, first Brian's suspicious that Vince knows he's not on the right side of something. And then I think what it is Vince doesn't realize until it's happening that, oh, fuck, I don't really know what I got myself into or everyone else into. I thought these were some cars we're going to boost. I did not know these were like CIA assets or whatever the fuck it is, you know, whatever. Right. CIA tags, right? DEA tags, right. Like he just thought there's a bunch of cool cars.
And it would be easy money. We just steal the cars.
He says easy money and then smash cut, they're on a train. I'm like, well, number one, they already had to buy a train ticket. They were dirty. So they had to take a bath. Like, this does not feel easy. I'm just saying.
No, it's not easy. They eat a bunch of food prepared by Vince's Brazilian wife. Then the ladies wash the dishes because that's what ladies do. And then also they're talking about her baby. This is a baby. Oh, I love this baby.
Can I hold your baby?
Can I put the baby to sleep now?
Because that's a fucking thing.
And this baby is dressed, I said when we were watching, it looks like he's dressed to go to court.
He's in corduroys and a tucked in shirt.
Yeah.
Not a connected one piece, just a button up tucked in shirt for an 8-month-old.
I thought it was like a 2-year-old and they just put him in his bed.
Tiny.
Totally awake.
Like, all right, well, that's how you put
See
a
ya.
baby. I'm ready to give birth. I know how to do this. And then it's at nighttime, guys. So I just want to point out, this is not morning sickness.
Yeah.
It is nighttime, and she goes and pukes, and she's the flattest stomach you ever could see. And the woman goes up to her, because you know how we smell birth. And have you told him yet? Bitch, you're assuming a lot. I could just be throwing up your food, ma'am.
No, but she's correct. She can sense it. I think
stupid.
There's either
Women cannot sense these things.
it's either but that's because women have become too modern and they've entered the workforce too much. You need to be back at home where you're more attuned to these things. Or maybe the movie's saying like American women can't tell this, but real women like the Brazilian women, they know because those are real women.
Okay.
So yeah, Mia, she's pregnant. She got pregnant by Brian during their escapades. Does Brian know? No, I haven't told him yet. All right, so now it's time to do the easy money.
Also, did you go to the doctor? You've been on the road. How do you know? I mean, I guess you've missed your period, but so? You haven't been eating. You haven't been bathing. Maybe you're stressed. I'm just saying.
A lot of reasons in that situation your period could be not coming.
Yes.
You're right. Yeah. So yeah, it's a train through the countryside, and Mia is like looking at a travel guide, and Brian's like, "What are you looking at?"
Yeah. What are you reading over there?
And he looks and he's like, Tokyo, Hong Kong.
All those things are on the same page, Brian?
He's just flipping through saying the names of
just
cities.
saying headings. Like, it was on the train. It was in the back seat of the fucking train. I don't know. I just grabbed it. That's like taking the fucking airplane catalog out of my hand and in case of an emergency, exits. What are you reading?
Tamper with, disable, destroy. I don't get it. So she's like, what all these cities have in common? No extradition treaties, which I don't think is true of Japan. I think you can get extradited from Japan, but
you keep saying that, but did you look it up while you're over there?
I was afraid to Google that.
Skirmishing her good name, skirmish.
Can you get extradited from Japan?
Skirmishing or scrumming? None of those words.
Yes, Japan does expedite.
Okay, well, it's interesting that you only think Japan will. Can you please do all three now?
No, I know that Hong Kong and Moscow don't extradite. That's where Edward Snowden went. First to Hong Kong, then to Moscow.
Well, haven't they learned?
Yeah, you got monsters among you. You have to go to America's adversaries.
You're creating kind of a reputation.
They're on this train. They find the compartment with the supercars, and then their buddies pull up in a vehicle real fast next to the train.
Looks like a Mad Max type of vehicle.
Yeah, and they cut open the thing, and then Vin Diesel steps into the frame.
That's why he had a soldering freaking thing to put on Brian's face. He soldered the side of the train. I'm like, why does he have that tool with him? Whenever he has that fire thing that he tries to, because it fucks me up thinking about someone hurting you with a fucking soldering flame.
Oh, in this fighting sequence? Okay, yes.
I'm like, why was that just on the, why did you have that? And I'm like, that's how you opened the fucking train side.
Uh-huh. And we have the very cool sequence of them getting the cars out one by one. And I really love the way they yank them out.
Yeah.
I could just watch videos of that, of cars getting yanked. Yanked onto the, tow truck thing that's driving real fast. And then their job is to get in the car. It gets lowered onto the ground, and then they have to drive it real fast away, like into the
I hit a curb and I fuck up my car. So I don't understand how these cars are made.
I've seen this movie so many times, and I know the plot is pretty simple, but there's still parts of it that fuck me up. Like, okay, so they get betrayed here because the cars have DEA tags, and then these guys show up and like start shooting at him. So Vin Diesel easily overpowers them with his fists, and then gets his sister out of there.
Well, what was supposed to happen? The car that the DEA is after is the one that's got the delivery list.
So
wait, so it's almost like the DEA, I know what it is. The DEA found these stolen cars. They're taking them back to the United States. They just think, or wherever they're going, they just think they're going to compound. You can't have these cars. They're not yours. They're taking them. What they don't realize is that one of those cars is for the delivery person or the bag person that goes from cash house to get bad guys money. So it's like, it'd be fine if you took our stolen car back, but we're going to need that chip, because if you find that, you find the key to our entire enterprise. So bad guy of Brazil hires these scruffy guys to just go get the chip back and the cars back, or but mainly it was just the chip. So I don't think anyone on the mission knew there's a chip. He just was like, no, go get my cars back. And they just happened to go away with the one he really, really wanted and pissed him off.
Why did they, but what goes wrong here? Why did they turn on each other?
What happens right before he starts pew-pewing? I don't get it. I don't know.
Anyway, they turn on each other. Vin Diesel easily overpowers them. Mia gets away, but now Brian and Dom are trapped on the train. They got to make it out. Brian does get out somehow, and then comes back in the tow truck. Anyway, Vin and Paul Walker get away in this cool car, but they run out of space and have to drive over the side of a cliff, and just a really cool stunt where they jump out of the car and into the water. Okay,
but it's great because Vin Diesel's totally not in the right position to eject himself from the car. So the cut is funny there where he's just, I'm sitting. No, I'm not.
They land, in the water by the quarry, and Vin Diesel's like, bad job, Brian O'Connor, bad job. And then they immediately get captured by the bad guy, Hernan Reyes' men, and he takes him to like his jigsaw torture chamber.
Right. They're being hung and they can't even stand on their feet. Ouch.
Yeah. And they're like, listen, this is business, but I really need that car and I really need that chip. So tell me where it is. And Dom's like, I won't tell you. I'm like, okay, well then we're going to torture you. All right. See you later. He leaves. Dom and fucking Brian. Why can I not get his name? Dom and Brian escape this so easily, and the movie cuts like so quickly.
I mean, Vin Diesel just goes pop out of his chains, the chains that are managing to hold up his fucking 300-pound ass this whole time. But if he wants to, you can just go stop it, open those chains, and and then you wrap your legs around someone's head, and then you got it.
But it's like it's one thing to for them to do all of that very easily, for the movie to just like not even bother to show you most of it, like yada yada, you get it, they escape. It's almost impressive.
Okay.
Like, you don't need to see that. It's none of your business. Mia is back at their super secret hideout. Brian and Dom make it back. And Brian says, like, we killed some feds. The feds are going to send their best guys after us. The heat will never be hotter. So we got to get out of here. But Dom is like, no. One thing we know for sure, they want this car. Okay. Once they know what's the deal with this car.
But wait, the whole reason Dom is upset is because this is was a bad job to take. It was too hot. Why'd you get on this job? Well, money was tight. We just really need to get on this job. So why are you extending the job?
Because that's what a Toretto does.
Go to the next place if you're aggravated.
Nope. Got to know what we're up against.
Nothing. If you leave the fucking...
Turn the car in.
But... The killing of the FBI agents was pinned on the 3 Americans.
Yes.
And it wasn't them who killed them. So it's like they just got a lot more heat on them than just like getting Vin Diesel out of prison. So I guess they need to, they don't say it, but they need to exonerate their name. They end up doing it on accident. Because it just turns out to be about the money after they find out what is on the chip. But I'm assuming the first reason is just like, no. We just got in big trouble.
Yeah, if they're gonna be targeted by the feds, then they need a lot more money. We need to
and information.
Have so much money that they actually can't touch us.
Okay.
So they're sending their best guy. We finally meet The Rock as Luke Hobbs. The reason we're covering this movie. Now he, of course, works for DSS. Department of the Diplomatic Security Service. This is a real thing.
Okay.
Okay. So the Diplomatic Security Service, it operates in all countries where America has a diplomatic presence. That seems kind of weird.
Wait, so it is a real thing?
Yeah. Also, this would have meant his boss at the time, Hillary Clinton. But he just gets to go into any country and like basically have the run of the place.
He's an extricator.
Sure.
Is that what it is? He's not DEA. He doesn't care about the cars.
No, he does not work for the DEA.
He is upset about the killing of federal agents. So he's there to go get the people who did it.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Look at his... He's like the version of just like a plane vehicle, but you put the little cop hat on it and all of a sudden it's a wee woo kind of... like, look at his little badge. Like, I'm not going to wear your stupid fucking outfit.
Fully bald now.
Just give me a tiny badge, please.
Fully bald, black goatee to show you this guy's kind of a bad guy. Okay, what do you think of him in this movie?
Sexy.
Anything else?
I mean, they give him a couple too many cheesy. Like, okay, Tommy Lee Jones can pull it off in The Fugitive when you're like, I need every fuckhead, bitch face, motherfucking outhouse here from there to Detroit. Yeah. That all works for him. I believe him. Now, when The Rock's trying to deliver these lines, I think they should give him some stuff he actually wants to say, like Moana type stuff. I feel like when he's being a little smart ass there's like a little bit more of like a lightness to it. It works better for him. He's good as a badass, but it is his ability to add some levity that makes him like my favorite. Mm-hmm. So I think there's maybe a little too hard of an edge on him in this. And that's why you're so relieved when you get that big smile at the end. He's just a little bit too much, too macho. His natural thing is that he's self-deprecating and silly. I don't need him to be that here.
For whatever reason, him leaning into the cop cliche, saying stuff like, I want to eat my vegetables first or whatever.
Yeah. It feels unnatural what he's saying.
Well, I think that at the time this was received like, finally, this is what I've been waiting to see from him.
It feels
just play a total like badass who is not.
And that's my point. It doesn't come out badass. It comes out as him doing an impression of a badass.
Okay.
It's not, there's something in it that's not him enough for him to totally embody it.
So this Brazilian cop who identifies himself as the chief of police of Rio de Janeiro, of like one of the 5 biggest cities in the world.
And he's dressed like a fucking Boy Scout with all his little badges.
But he's like, Mr. Federal Agent, sir. And Hobbs is immediately like, yeah, fuck off. I don't need you. America's here, bitch. So I need 2 things, a translator, a specific one, Elena Neves.
And for you to stay the fuck out of my way.
What's the other thing? Stay the fuck out of my way.
But he's very intuitive, smart cop. He knew who to pick. It seemed you're thinking like, oh, what a fucking scumbag. He wants the hot lady. Like, no. She has a dead husband due to these fucking corrupt guys. She's only been on the force for a couple years. That's not enough time to buy her. How long does it take to slip someone a 20? Not long.
He's natural born police, as Bunk Moreland would say.
I don't know who that guy is.
Yes, you do.
Oh, Bunk from Wire. The wireless. Wire.
Bunk
the
from
Wire.
Wire. So Vince returns, but do we trust Vince? I don't know.
No, because he took a little too long to get back to the safe house. Who were you talking to? Who did you rat on us?
And yeah, so Brian is rightly suspicious, but Dom is like, he said he didn't do anything wrong. O'Connor, go walk it off.
Walk your suspicions off.
This is the most football coach Dom Toretto ever is in the series.
He tries to sit, helmet's not a chair.
Over and over with the...
Yeah, he's definitely shot caller.
So, but, later that night, Dom catches Vince examining the car and pulling a chip out.
I almost wish you almost did the impression. I got this.
I almost wish.
Stop it. I almost wish I didn't see that, but I did.
So,
brother.
Yeah, I mean, Vince is like, I had to secretly pull out the chip because if I can return this to them, I'll get the heat off of all of us. Why could he not just tell Dom that? Unclear. But he's like, let's just give me the chip. I'll give it to Reyes. It'll set things right. But Dom is like, no, I never want to see you again.
Rock it off.
So Vince.
Walk off my anger.
And Vince is like, you never trust me. Look where it's gotten us. Look at our family
he
now.
names everything wrong that's ever happened to them in any movie, and none of that has to do with them not trusting him.
Well, it's a good way to get the heat off yourself.
Well, and a good way to give us a little recap of where we stand.
Yeah, we can't go home. Your sister is stuck in this life.
The light.
And where's Letty, Dom? Where's Letty?
The bottom of the ocean. I don't actually know.
Hernan Reyes, Joaquin de Almeida, the villain of the movie, slumlord, runs the favelas, and he explains,
he's not a landlord. It's not going to be a slumlord.
A slumlord, one who runs the slums.
He doesn't own all the buildings. He just runs the city.
He runs the favelas.
What's a favela?
The huts and stuff, all the little houses.
Oh.
Reyes, a slumlord who runs the favelas, he explains to these guys who visit him, he's like, gentlemen, your methods of running your countries are too violent for me. Here is my philosophy, and he gives this thing about like this: the Spanish and the Portuguese both came to Brazil, but the Spanish got kicked out immediately because they came in guns blazing. I prefer the Portuguese method. They came with trinkets, mirrors, and goggles and snorkels and stuff that the natives couldn't get.
Keychains with everyone's name on them.
But to keep getting them, they had to work for them, and that's what I do. You know,
Trinkets.
I play the long game. Now, either this movie has this sort of undercurrent of examining imperialism in the form of
You kept seeing glimpses.
The Rock coming in as an American agent and being able to dismiss the chief of police of the city, being able to kill with impunity, you know, on foreign soil. But then I thought, is this supposed to be like a thing where The Rock, where Hobbs is the Spanish and Dom is the Portuguese because they do things like they'll steal gas but then give it out to the neighborhood? It's like they're the good way to do colonialism. You have to give people good stuff and then they work for you.
Yes, but like, are the Torontos, the Torontos?
Torettos.
The Torettos, but are the Torettos not just more like Robin Hoods, not really trying to conquer anything?
Right.
They're just trying to live their way of life. Family.
Okay, yeah. Well, but I mean, I there's a reason this is in here, and there's a reason.
And I feel like they just didn't follow through. Like, because they leave it alone here. Wait, who says that line though?
Reyes,
her,
the
right?
bad guy.
No.
Oh,
they do this, but they do that, but they do this.
Yeah, Elena's the one who says.
Well, that's because she's already had her life saved by fucking Vin, and so she sees something. She's a people person, Matt. She could read people. He's not like just a regular fucking thug or criminal. He's not trying to out Reyes. He's something different. So she looked into his stuff and found there's some discrepancy here, and like they're doing bad things, but they don't seem bad. She's just trying to rationalize why she's like got the hots for him. That's it.
Okay, so so that's not true. So we don't have to.
And I think she's trying to get a little heat off of. I don't think she doesn't want them going in guns blazing when they do catch up with them. I think she wants them to like live.
Yeah, this is Elena Neves, played by Elsa Pataky. She's a big character in this franchise going forward. Hobbs explains he chose her because she's a new cop. She joined the force after her husband was murdered. He's the only cop in Rio who can't be bought.
She's the only cop in Rio.
She. Did I say he?
Yep.
She. The only cop.
I just didn't want to sound like the husband was.
Yeah. They get some intel that can lead them to Toretto. He's somewhere in the favelas. So they get in their very heavily armed, trucks, a foreign power invading Brazil and
Not
just
exactly
go into the favelas.
The width of the favelas streets, but
just
fine.
Running over everything.
Every mailbox gone.
And they go in with their enormous guns. The, native Brazilians of the favelas all have guns too, but The Rock's like, we have bigger guns. And then they all walk away and he's like, I thought so.
Okay, so that happens. But then later, to fucking bait them away so that Ludacris can go do something, Vinny, what is his name? Dom and Brian lure him out and all of his guys, 3 trucks full of guys completely protected by Kevlar, to a street event with cars, and they pull out all their guns again, but then all the car guys pull out their guns, and the guy's like, oh, this is too much heat. Let's go.
There's way more car guys with guns than there are thugs.
Okay. The favelas are layered. Who knows how many guns are up?
True.
It's silly.
But there is something with the imperialism or with the colonialism of we can just go into the favelas with our machine guns and stuff. And
right, we're not getting any ID. I'm just going to shoot with impunity over here.
Brian, meanwhile, hacks into the mainframe of the chip and he's like, hey, look, it's GPS locations of all these places. I mean, I guess this is like if you're going to go somewhere and I pre-program it into Waze for you.
That's all it is.
You a step. Yeah. It's like, what do all these locations mean? We got to figure it out. But then Reyes's bad guys arrive at the same time as Hobbs's guys show up. So there's just a big chase through the favelas. We get the very fun.
We really just want to jump around like Aladdin.
Yeah.
On the rooftop.
There's some parkour, fun action sequence, the chase through the favelas. And Dom eventually runs into Elena, and she's like, I've got you. You're under arrest. But then some gangsters show up and he pushes her out of the way to safety.
Mm-hmm. And then his very normal necklace falls off.
His enormous cross.
Here's his 6-inch radius diamond encrusted crucifix.
And she makes the very normal decision to then herself start wearing it. Not
okay, but we don't know that yet. We don't know that yet. We just because she wants to signal to him like, hey, What's going on with you? What's up with you? Do you like my lady's necklace? Do you like that I know that this is another lady's necklace? This thing bigger than my left tit? That this is definitely something I wear to mass on Saturdays? Huh? Fucking weird ass wardrobe choice.
Do you like the favela chase?
Sure. I feel like I've seen a version of this a million times.
All right.
It's fine. I mean, I don't mind it. I'm not a huge action sequence person. I do like the vault. I like stuff I haven't seen. This is fine. I know where this is going. There's not gonna be anything new at the end of this. There's just a lot of jumping.
Okay. Well, fine.
I mean, it doesn't bore me.
A ringing endorsement. I don't mind it. It doesn't bore me.
I don't care. I like the movie for other reasons.
Heroes escape through the sewers.
Sure.
And Dom is like, we need to split up. But Mia's like, no, we can't. We have to stay together. I'm pregnant. And Paul Walker has just the most wooden delivery of, are you kidding me?
I think it's perfect.
You kidding me?
You kidding me?
But that's what's charming about him. Yes.
Yeah.
This is a wooden guy who can't act. But he's a wooden human who can't be human. Just a corn-fed American. Like, oh, geez. Pregnant. No fooling.
He's so attractive, though.
And Dom, I mean, just his emotional erection, his family erection is just, oh,
We
family
got
just
another
got
one.
bigger. Oh, and he hugs them both.
Mm-hmm. That it is a little bit off-putting the way that Dom's always looking at his sister sleeping and fucking thinking about her having a baby and what it took to get that baby inside of her. I don't know. I just feel like he likes his sister too much.
No, well, there's something like feudal about it, like feudal. Like the point of sisters is you exchange them to another family to make alliances, but crucially, they need to go fuck your sister and put a baby inside her. That's how you seal the deal. All right. Well,
It's hard being a sister.
Elena is like doing some research on Toretto and O'Connor, and she's like, I don't know. It's like they're criminals, but they have hearts of gold. That's what my research is telling me. And The Rock is like, I don't give a fuck about their hearts. I want their dicks on a plate. Okay. And then here is where he hears that Hernan Reyes, the biggest gangster in town, is involved. He's like, who's that? It's like, wouldn't you have totally been briefed about all of this?
You have a folder? Did you get some sort of printout?
Yeah.
Even a map quest? Anything?
We have Mia is asleep and they go out onto the porch and Brian, it's catnip for Dom. What do you remember about your father? He's like, my father, barbecue. You didn't go to church. You don't get barbecue.
You don't get no food. He would starve people who didn't believe the way he did.
And specifically, you had to go to our Catholic church.
If he didn't see you there, you didn't put the communion in your mouth. Mm-mm.
You know how my ethnicity is ambiguous and you can't really tell what it is? You had to find that specific church and go to it. And then my dad would have a roster and check you off and then you got barbecue.
Yeah.
I remember everything about my father.
Sweet. And then he would teach Mia because Mia was dumb as shit. And he'd learn the lessons before she had to know them because, again, dumb as shit. He didn't have to teach me nothing. Smart as shit. But her, fucking dumb.
And here's where we can also see sort of the conservative ethos of these movies is, well, one, religion, very Catholic, these movies. And that's I like movies to have a perspective. And father was a working class person who didn't complain. He did the work. He grinded and he worked his ass off and he stayed up all night to take care of his kid.
Because, well, I do appreciate that that's not his only value. They at least say that the value of a dad is being a dad, a caregiver, not a financial supporter. Mm-hmm. That at least is, sure, that's conservative, but at least it's not. They understand the mental stability of the child going forward relies on the parent actually loving you, not just giving you barbecue and food and money.
But to look at this and say that the thing that worked is this wasn't a community, it was a family. It's not like the whole community looked out for each other. It's like my dad looked out for the neighborhood kids. So there is something kind of like family values conservative about that versus something that was more community oriented. We all played our role in this bigger community. There's nothing about a community. It's all just my individual family unit.
I feel like it's kind of implied, but all right.
This is where Brian's like, you know what? I need to have a cookout with my kids.
No.
So we can't keep running Dom.
No, Brian's like, that's the thing. I don't remember anything about my dad. Nothing. The way he looked, the way he smelled, the way he voted, well, nothing. And then Dom is like, you're not going to be nothing like your father. And that's it. That's it. That's all that happens. We got to stop running. He does that part.
We got to stop running.
One last big
Well, here's what we'll do.
store
One last job.
where maybe both of you die.
We're going to steal all of Reyes' money, every last dime of it. We're going to disappear forever. And Paul Walker's like, new lives, new passports. We're going to just disappear. You realize we're going to go up against the most powerful man in Rio. We're going to need a team. Dun, dun, dun. So here's what we're going to need. We're going to need a chameleon, someone who can blend in anywhere. I know the guy.
I haven't seen any chameleoning.
Yeah, that's Han, Sung Kang.
Okay.
We need a fast talker, someone who can bullshit their way out of anything. That's Roman, Tyrese Gibson. We're going to need someone who's good with circuits. That's Taj, Ludacris. We're going to need guys who could punch through walls. That's Leo and Santos.
That's people with fucking drills and hammers?
Yeah, yeah.
Got him.
Sure.
Got him.
Utilities and weapons. Someone who ain't afraid to throw down. Someone to back up every position. That's Giselle Gal Gadot.
For some fucking reason.
And she fucking stinks. She's no good in this movie.
She does nothing. And she's way too... Well, never mind.
I mean, I guess the only thing she's ever been good in is Wonder Woman, and that's because she doesn't have to talk that much.
She's good at action.
I
believe her in the car. I'm supposed to be blown away at her in her bikini. I'm not.
Yeah, what's funny about this movie is the sort of haphazard way this series evolved, where each one was kind of a reboot unto itself. Is this the movie that's like, oh, everybody likes those movies, we'll just put them all together. So this is kind of an Avengers,
right?
A year before the actual Avengers movie came out, of a crossover. Everybody's together, and from here on out, this will be the team. They'll all be together all the time, and we'll kind of retcon it to seem like we were always all together all the time. Even though this is where Dominic Toretto meets Roman and Taj, they act like in the next movies like they grew up together.
You only need one big score, and then you're
That's true.
Your blood brothers.
They all arrive in the factory or wherever it is, and they're like, ooh.
I don't know where they're sleeping.
No, I don't.
Because the sister only has a chair. So where the fuck are these guys sleeping?
I don't know.
In the cars. They have a lot of cars, Matt. They can sit in the back. They can sleep in the back seats.
I don't know, but also like he gave them all the address to this place. What is this place? How did they get this place?
Warehouse / Brazil. Favela.
So they see the sexy lady of Gal Gadot, and they're like, hey, sexy ladies, baby girl.
Open them up.
What time do they open? And she fucking pulls out a gun immediately like he's a Palestinian child.
Okay.
Same as I pulled these 3 girls.
Okay.
The deal is there's 10 cash houses all throughout the city. That's how Reyes keeps his the parts of his organization disconnected, keeps the cash
and
in cash houses.
Out of the banks.
Right.
Crucially.
And it totals $100 million. We'll take it all and then split it 11 ways, or split it however many ways, evenly. But the problem is, as soon as they rob one of the safe houses, Reyes is going to consolidate, or, he's going to move the money around. He's like, okay, yeah, we're counting on this. They're going to consolidate it. So first they go to the first cash house, and instead of fucking stealing the money, they light it on fire like the damn Joker.
Right. Which then begs the question, so did everyone's cut just go down?
Right.
Did we factor this in?
I know.
Okay.
You tell your boss exactly who did this. Tell them more's coming.
Why not take all of it and then get a stogie and then get $100 bill and light it on fire like the stogie and be like, tell them what I did here. I'm going to take the rest.
And I'm going to do it to the rest, I promise.
One stogie at a time.
I'll send you video proof. See Shutterstock image over a video of cash burning.
Okay. But okay, now they're all just in different locations, making sure that someone leaves a cash house where they're assuming they're making the move. They saw a couple duffel bags. Sure enough, Reyes is moving all of his cash to wherever it is that he keeps all of the cash. So you're telling me that vault was empty before all these guys started moving it in?
Yeah.
Where does that cash go? Is it constantly going back out? So like, really, how much was in there? And how big's this fucking vault? And where you... So they all have different methods. For sexy lady on bike, she just stays on her bike with binoculars, just 4 feet away from the fucking cash house. They're on the move, and
they're on the move.
Okay, and then you've got people who are 2 cars back in a van. they do it that way. Then you got one guy who's just mouthful of food at a diner, sort of looking up, but he does it that way. And then there's another guy, for some reason, that's 3 stories up in the air with binoculars. That's how he espionages. They all do it the same way. But once they realize, I count 9 places on the move, they all assemble on a random car park garage roof.
Watching the police station. It's a great idea.
It really is smart.
We have to do a heist of the police station.
Also not the first time I've seen that.
Really?
Sure.
Where else?
The Martin Lawrence movie. Something Blue.
Blue Streak?
Yeah.
There's a police station in that movie? All right. I actually watched that movie a lot when I was a kid. It was an early DVD of ours. Elliot loved it.
I'm almost positive that's what happens.
I don't remember that, but okay. I'll trust you. You have an impeccable memory.
Don't trust me.
And Brian, hands in his pockets, is like, this just got a lot harder. Okay.
Well.
And Tyrese says that they just, for some reason, this line always it drives me crazy. He goes, this just went from Mission Impossible to Mission and freaking Sanity.
Right. Because he's the guy that can talk himself into anything. That's all you got, Tyrese? You have 4 lines in this movie.
Mission and freaking Sanity.
You could have thought of something else.
Yeah.
Just maybe workshop that.
But again, it's like, I don't know. Something about, I'm not a clever man. I don't know.
Okay. Wait, Brian said it or Tyrese said it?
Tyrese says it.
Yeah, Tyrese is a clever man.
He's not, though.
He is. He's the one that can bullshit and talk through things. But that's the catchphrase he comes with.
But his bants aren't clever. But yeah, maybe that's what's charming about it, is he actually doesn't talk like a Gilmore Girls character.
I guess.
He just said, this is Mission and freaking Sanity, man. Like my dad would say that. Okay, well, yeah, we got to rob the police station. Well, they're like, yeah, this just got a lot harder. And, one of them's like, God, we can't do this. And then
I'm out.
Han says, can't? You mean shouldn't. And then Gal Gadot looks over at him. And then they all have to get on surfboards to get out of there because she just floods.
Okay.
She just gets so horny for him at that moment.
Yeah, correct their English.
They all say a bunch of things, and then Dom is just like, don't change a thing.
Because what's frustrating about this, though I don't know how else you would do it, but to make him seem clever, because for some reason these movies are bolstered by him having a plan, him being this mastermind, and him being just like this stoic, fucking patriarch. What am I trying to say? He's the boss. He's the Dom. He doesn't lay out a plan ever. He just tells you cryptically, I got you. Don't worry about it. Everyone just trusts him. And then, I don't know. I think they just can't give Vin Diesel 2 sentences in a row to give to him. He can't do it. He can't say 2 things in a row.
But in the first Fast and Furious movie, he talks a lot and he's a good talker. It is weird. Do you forget how to talk? Because this is how he is the rest of the series. It's just one sentence at a time.
It's just this weird performed gravitas that I get what you're doing. I get what you're doing. But I feel the 7 to 8 takes it took for that to work a little bit. I see the sweat.
So we go into the police station. We see the safe, the vault. It's very technological, this vault. We're looking at a technological vault.
It's got a spinny.
Yeah.
It's got a hand. It's got a beep, boop, bop, beep. It's got layers, and it's fireproof.
Reyes puts a John Wick hit out on Brian Toretto and Dominic Toretto and Brian O'Connor. So yeah, the heat has never been hotter.
It's so hot.
And they're like, all right, well, we need some intel. So they send Roman in on a reconnaissance mission, disguised as an FBI agent, and he just, his job is just get this box in there. This box that has a remote control car with a camera on it, and it works. And they pilot the remote control car to get a look at the vault. And they're like, okay, I can tell what kind of vault that is. How do you know all about vaults? I thought you were a circuit man.
I had a life before you.
Oh, okay.
Okay, Ludacris. I thought you were a rapper. Before that.
So they're going to need a duplicate vault to practice with. No problem.
No problem.
What happens to the remote control car, though?
Yeah, they play with it after that. They need something to do in that evidence room. They're just delighted to see it. Fuck yeah, someone got toy evidence. What was the movie that we watched where it was called Hitman, right? The Hitman, where he literally just ordered stuff off of Amazon to practice on.
That was
Hitman.
Not
Hitman
movie.
Yeah, but it's about a hitman who fucks up.
Yeah, the killer.
The killer, right? And I appreciated that. Like he literally just looked up a fucking security thing on the outside of a door. He got one delivered to him, and then he like practiced on it. I'm like, yeah, okay.
And Hitman was another Netflix movie with Glenn Powell, directed by Richard Linklater. But they're both kind of movies about. The Killer was a movie about you think you're watching the best hitman in the world, but then you realize, wait, he's not that good at it. He sucks. He keeps fucking up. He fucks up his first and only hit. And then the movie Hitman is like, the whole idea of a hitman doesn't exist. I play a fake hitman. That's my point.
Well, he fixes it. He fixes all of it. He just makes mistakes. They're not infallible. What are you talking about?
No, you need to watch that movie again.
I guess so.
Dom keeps giving out his instruction, or, everyone else will talk, and then Dom will just be like,
I think the movie's like, oh shit, this is a car movie. We need to put car stuff in here. So we'll make a track. In the warehouse you're in? You mean a circle? We'll make or did you get a new warehouse? You're making a track.
Unclear, yeah.
You're making a replica of a parking garage you need to get through where there's 4 cameras and you have to get around without the cameras pointing at you. But really, it's just we need each of you, and the people are here to see each of you in a car. Can each of you just get in a car?
Yeah, so we'll have to contrive reasons for that. Okay,
Right.
so the parking garage has this angle, so you'll need to be able to turn this fast, and the camera's this fast, so you got to go faster on the camera. Okay, we're going to need some fast and agile cars, so Dom and Brian go off to a street race, or we can take in the local Brazilian car scene and
They
see
get a
the
car.
Brazilian women's asses.
Right. Well, I think it's also like a staple and a requirement for all these movies that for this silhouette, the car headlights and the women like, wah,
Yeah.
like you just have to have that moment.
But like the Universal exec said, like if the movies were about that, there was
yeah.
a ceiling on this.
Yes.
But this is like, we have
But
to
you have to
create
nod
a
to
little
it.
bridge. Yes.
Yeah.
To show people like, if you're here for the car races, we'll have one little like.
Well, and we haven't
nod your
totally
way.
left behind this culture, this counterculture, this like we're not totally within the law, but we're having fun. Like we have we police this. We've got it under control. It's okay that it's not totally legal, kind of thing.
They are so good at racing cars that we don't even need to see them winning the race.
I
They
appreciate
just go
it.
pick out a car.
I appreciate it.
Yeah.
And they set up this guy to be like this big heavy of like, oh fuck, you don't mess with him. He's blue car guy. And then it just okay.
But because Dom beats him, he doms him and then immediately turns him into an ally, which is all
Wait,
Dominic
where is he?
Toretto ever does.
I never see him again.
No, later when Hobbs confronts them, he's the first one to take out his gun.
Okay.
And this happens over and over and over again throughout
You gotta
the
love
series.
that guy.
Yeah. And sometimes Dom will beat you in a race and then be like, I don't want your car after all.
Oh, that's nice.
But-
Catch and release.
But because he's the Portuguese, I'm going to call in a favor with you later. Now I own your ass.
Smart.
All right. Well, to open the safe, you
Thank
need
you for
Reyes'
both
handprint.
Matt, thank you for both a front and back view of her in the bikini. I needed this. I can't imagine that you did this for me. Did you need this?
Is that sarcasm?
What
I
did
thought you would want to comment on her butt because you had a lot of thoughts on it while we were watching.
It's an odd bathing suit
So
choice.
yes, that is why I did it. So Giselle, Gal Gadot, and Han, they get tasked. Han, you're up, and he's like, "Okay, God, no problem. I guess I'll just go get his handprint." And Gal Gadot's like, "Oh, you need to see the woman to do job."
The woman has ass.
But not yet. You don't know about ass yet. They go to the fucking, the beach club where Reyes is, but he's heavily guarded.
Yeah. And here's Han overthinking things.
Yeah, and he's always, he said he was just ripping off Brad Pitt. He's always snacking in this movie.
Oh, okay.
And in all of the movies. And I don't like eating in movies, so it does bug me.
But I do get how that could be something to help people act and kind of anchor them in the reality of the situation.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, my giant crucifix just got caught in my headphones.
You're what?
Oh, nothing. It's a Catholic thing. I'm a female, so I have to have one that guards my entire heart.
Oh, I never noticed.
Yeah, no.
Giselle and Han, they start they're talking, they're getting to know each other. The charge, the romantic chemistry is off the charts. It's popping off the screen.
I'm buying it.
And he's like, "How long were you in the army?" And she's, gives him a look like, "How did you know?" And he's like,
She's smoking army issued cigarettes. How did you know?
"That thing you did with the gun, that was straight up Mossad."
Okay.
Just like the real Gal Gadot, who is very likely an Israeli spook. Look it up. Yeah, she's like, well, how long have you been non-smoker? Because you're always eating chips. I don't know what an Israeli accent is.
Oh yeah, no, you don't.
And he's like, oh man, she knows me. She's got me figured out. And he's like, well,
I guess we're equally matched.
this day's a waste. We're going to need to come back, probably hire a few more men. And she's like, or we need a woman.
Okay, stop doing that.
And then she whips off her whatever. And she's
doesn't
wearing
even
a
put it
sexy
down.
bikini.
She leaves it on the floor.
Yeah.
Rude.
And just,
I don't know how handprints work, but he never grabs her ass.
Yes, he does.
Fully on the bathing suit or fully on the cheek. There's not enough purple for bathing suit for him to get his entire handprint onto the bathing suit, and you never see him only touching that. So I'm just saying they present the bathing suit like it's got the full hand. It fucking don't.
So
Play the clip.
Gal Gadot,
Gal Gadot.
who you assert is not that hot.
No, I think her face is beautiful. I love the way she talks. I mean, her body's great. It's fine. It's just like, I think we're supposed to be really blown away by this bikini. And I'm just like, I just feel like, like standards need to be a little lower and like let her like have like the food she wants to eat.
The point of this scene is like she can go sex her way in. Just
I mean,
she's so sexy.
Who wouldn't let her? I mean, her in any fucking room in any town in Louisiana, that's the hottest shit I've ever seen in my life.
Sure.
I'm just saying right here, right now, I know this bikini is supposed to be a moment, and I'm saying I'm let down.
And what do they say about Rio specifically? Most beautiful women per square whatever,
right? And it's
in the world.
all about their butts, and they had to do this kind of specific bikini because she's just a very thin person, so the butt isn't really there. So I'm just, don't show us all these beautiful Brazilian butts all throughout the movie, and then this is supposed to be a big deal. It's not. That's why Bond girls work, because you're not seeing it otherwise. Then it's like, whoa, sex. I knew it was coming. And that's what this is supposed to be. And I'm not impressed. If like her whole move, the whole thing she contributes is, hi, I noticed that you're Reyes. And then they were sitting. And then I just didn't know if you knew about my ponytail and how I like to sit. And then they let her in. And then, oh my God, we're sitting. And touch me wherever. Just my butt. Okay. I'm totally going to get out of this real natural. I'm just going to say, I have diarrhea. I need to go. Like, it just doesn't. They don't show her.
Diarrhea.
They just don't show her like with any like game in what she's saying. It's all far away. They don't give her any like smart shit to do. It's so, I mean, it didn't bother me watching it. It's just, it would have a little more impact if you could hear what she's saying to get these things done.
But she can't talk.
That's the problem.
She famously could not do anything other than her natural accent. So in Wonder Woman, they have to make the whole made-up island speak her accent, because that's what the Amazonian or the Themyscirans, that's their accent.
I appreciate her not trying a bad one.
Well, I had this observation, and I don't like it.
Oh.
I've been spending so much time with our son at the pool of our gym.
Here we go.
This is, and I felt like the most old man observation is like, boy, women's asses are out a lot, aren't they?
Bathing suits are getting smaller.
I don't know. I don't know how to describe it. Just every woman there has just got their ass out.
Yeah.
Not a bad thing. Just feel like this is not something what?
Fuck you. That's what you. That's why you stay at CrossGates for 4 hours.
Yeah, Sully wants
of all
to go.
The ass.
He wants to go. And
by the way, the children's asses you're looking at, those definitely teenagers.
No, of mothers' asses.
It's the cut. It is the thing to go in the butt, cross the cheeks, so that you have these like under
you're
cheeks.
seeing cheeks. Cheeks is the thing
yes.
I feel like I wasn't seeing back in the day.
Yeah, well, there they are.
To be clear, I said it's not a bad thing because I'm not some prude like you. I think everyone should have their butts out all the time if they want.
The problem is, anytime I wear a bathing suit, I'm around my other family, so it feels like the wrong time. If it were just you, I'd have cheeks. In fact, the next time I'll just shove it right up my crack. That way.
Thank you.
I don't know if I'm cheek age anymore.
Yeah, you are. You're never not cheek.
You're saying you're seeing cheeks at the athletic club with cellulite on the thighs below.
I don't look that closely. I'm afraid to look.
Legs like mine, like with a dimple or 3.
What? Your legs look great. Your ass looks incredible. It's my favorite.
Yeah, but the ass is fine. Then it goes into the leg that has the dimples.
I don't know what a dimple is. I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, this is not helpful. Okay, I'm going to have to go to Crossgates. I'm going to have to go to this place we're talking about.
Yeah.
I need to spy these cheeks.
Anyway, she gets a handprint on her ass. Good job.
Allegedly.
Yeah, allegedly in a movie. So our team, they're like, fucking Hobbs. Hobbs knows who we are. He knows that you're Dominic Toretto. We need to get some breathing room. Okay, so
I guess.
So Hobbs, we got to pull him out somewhere. That way we can do a thing. Okay, we need to get fresh air. So they go back to the, yes?
Is he on a milk crate? Oh, because we looked this up and Vince Vaughn, nope, Vin Rames, God damn it. Vin Diesel is 6 foot and The Rock is 6'4", and I give you a half-inch difference here. Is he on tippies?
Yes, he's on tippies.
This
is Humphrey,
come at me, bro.
Yeah, Humphrey Bogart standing on the beer chest to be level with Ingrid Bergman, who is much taller than him.
I mean, okay. You're in my turf now.
They go to the street race, and then Hobbs and his team arrive in full tactical gear. Hey, Toretto, you're under arrest. I don't feel like I'm under arrest.
Hey, Paul Walker, you feel under arrest?
No.
I don't. I do
not even a little bit.
You know what? I don't.
And he says, Hobbs says, just give it a minute. It'll sink in.
That's a funny line.
It is, yes.
I like that one.
Dom clocks that Elena is wearing his cross chain.
I don't know how he notices it. It's only 8 feet tall. And later she's shown wearing the exact same one but on a normal chain where it's like right resting on her boobs. Where for this, she's got it as like a scarf or like a mock turtleneck. It's just, I want him to see it. It's like a bat signal. Like, hey, I know you're a good guy. Huh? You're going to come to my apartment later?
No, I know. It naturally goes like way down. But she's like, oh, better.
Yeah, right. I'm just going to give it a yank.
Just in case Dom
I think Dom's going to be at the street race. I'm just going to wear it high.
All right. So the feds pull out their guns, but then Dom is like, you're forgetting one thing. You're not in America. This is Brazil.
Brazil!
And here's what Brazil is, guys. It's everyone having
guns.
a gun.
It's guns. What the fuck?
And so Vin and The Rock square off, but The Rock leaves, but not before saying, I'll be seeing you soon, boy.
But do you think they had like a real quick chat? Be like, okay, everybody, thank you so much for being on my side. I know I took your car, blue car. I'll give it back. Look, I'm going to get the feds out here, or like really big guys, lots of guns.
No problem, yeah.
You know, I'm going to get them out here. This could go 2 ways, but basically, when I say Brazil, all of you, if you could point your firearms.
Oh, also this specific fed, he's killed like 38 Brazilians already.
Already seen it. Now, it is a little different in that these are clearly civilians, but then you kind of complicate things with the fact that they now have guns pointed at agents. So, I mean, this is just...
When Dominic Toretto asks you for a favor, you give it to him.
I mean, that's fine, but I love that we have not brought this up, and maybe it's stupid, but I don't understand this sidekick that is an officer, the second in command to The Rock. You like... tubularly talks like this, but he's a cop, so he's only ever saying like official. Okay, so then I run down the thing, and then I've got the paperwork. But he's got black short hair. It is a weird mishmash, man. I cannot clock where he's from. Anyway, he says, "Boss, this is just too much heat." So they leave.
Boss, this is just like too much heat.
Is it just me, or is it like wasabi hot in here? Like it's like
we find out
devil's flower.
Just put a tracker on Hobbs's car.
Got him.
So Elena,
all of that was worth it.
Yeah.
I think you could just look behind you. You'll see Hobbs, but no, I'm going to put a tracker.
Plus, this doesn't matter at all. So many things in this movie don't matter. They're like, all right, forget it. Elena goes to her home, and then what do you know? Dom is in her domicile, and he pins her up against the wall and then yanks the chain off of her. But as I pointed out to you, this is 35 times sexier than anything The Rock has ever done. It's hot.
And the way it's lit is good too, because they know it's hot, and like she's got chemistry, and he's probably right before this take was like, guys, she's so fucking beautiful, right?
She's the most beautiful
Have you
woman.
seen her?
So beautiful.
Not since craft services have I seen a woman as beautiful as you. Because you're still real beautiful. You're so beautiful. Anyway, so this is when we find out, and I didn't know this, that necklace was actually Letty's necklace. The reason why I didn't know it is because it's clearly a man's necklace, so big. And the clunkiest line delivery is given as he leaves this house, because they both realize they both tragically lost someone that they deeply care about, and they're all about loyalty and doing what's right and family. And not until now did I know that anyone could ever know how I feel about someone that is gone until now that I know you. And then he leaves.
And now
I think that's exactly what he said.
I know that you know.
Now that I know that you know, we will wear this cross together. When I see you next, I'm going to give it to you. You put it on.
So Han is like, you know what? These cars that we've spent 40 minutes of the movie trying to get working,
you know how to work. You know how to be invisible. Just drive what they drive.
But he says, we're going to need invisible cars. And Dom's like, I'll know just what to do.
Yes, they're all clearly marked with individual numbers. 67-0114, 67-0508. They're all numbered. Just because you took 5 of them does not mean they aren't going to report and know these cop cars have been taken. So when you then drive these around their fucking place where they disappeared, someone's not going to... That's one of them. I've never seen that officer before. Why has he got that crucifix?
Lacey's driving a truck through the plot holes of this movie.
It's so aggravating.
Dom and Brian and Han and Roman line up in their police cars to do a drag race for $1 million. Brian so desperately wants to beat Dom, but Dom can't be. Vin Diesel refuses to be beaten.
He's never.
And if he is beaten, it's because we have to canonically know he let you
He let you.
So that's the other thing about the Vin Diesel, The Rock thing is Vin Diesel is like a wrestler in so many ways.
Yeah.
Where there are wrestlers like Hulk Hogan who are like, okay, if I let you win, I'm going to have something like the ref did a fast count or something. So
yeah,
you can always say like.
A little wiggle room here.
Yeah. But this is how you have your street racing thing in the movie.
Sure.
Vince abducts Mia in a market but he's like, no, I did it for good reasons. Reyes' men, we're waiting for you. She takes him back to HQ and she's like, he's a good guy. We can trust him. And Paul Walker's like, I don't know. But Vince is like, he's family.
And I already had made the barbecue over here and I see he has ashes. So he went to mass.
They're having a cookout, talking about what they're going to do with the money. And Vince is like, can I come too on the job? And he's like, absolutely.
Did not giving anyone a vote and thereby just slashing the returns for everyone. Yeah. But whatever.
Every person we add, our share goes down.
And everyone makes a joint decision right then. Like, okay, nobody let Dom go outside or like interact with anyone because the shares are dwindling.
Yeah, we need to do some stock buybacks. Brian tells, Mia reveals I'm pregnant. Everybody's like, oh my God, you're pregnant.
I didn't even know. Is that why you're always here, not really helping?
This is we're just hanging out, having fun.
I like it.
And I like it too.
Probably, I like it.
Yeah.
These movies always have this moment and I always like it.
And Vin actually gives a good toast. Money will come and go.
What?
We know that.
Why are you doing it that way?
But the most important Grover or whatever. But the most important thing in life will always be the people in this room. Right
and no one else, in case someone else comes in tomorrow who's also family.
Nesta, come on in, family. George.
That's how they celebrate.
Salute.
I've got a gun, everyone. I've been playing with a gun this whole time. It's fake.
Well, their thing gets crashed by Hobbs. And he's like, you think I wouldn't find that tracker? I found it, and I reversed the polarities. So it was, you didn't even know.
Plus, I've been smelling those ribs for miles.
They get in a big fight, the famous Vin Diesel v. The Rock fight, where they're so perfectly evenly matched.
Wow.
This much smaller man and this enormous man.
Wait, your eye bleeds on the left side? Then my eye bleeds. Look at this. Yeah. Their injuries are uniform.
They're the same, yeah. And they, just get in a fist fight despite having heavily armed feds who clearly are just like, you're under arrest. He's like, no, I'm going to tussle with him.
I need to get my sillies out.
But Vin clearly wins the fight because he overpowers him and he's about to kill him with a wrench.
And that's his reputation. That's why the Rock's character did not respect him to begin with. He almost killed someone with a socket wrench. He even says that to him.
He did kill a man with his
You piece of shit.
But in the first movie, an hour into the movie, he's like, actually, the reason I did that was very understandable and sweet.
Okay, I'm just saying The Rock knows about that and does not like this about that man. That's a brutal way to kill somebody.
Yes.
And look, he had the opportunity to do it right here, but he just can't.
You're right.
That's why it's a callback. That's why he learns in that moment, you did give gas out.
They put them all under arrest, put them into the squad cars, but then the squad cars immediately get shot up by Reyes' men because he owns the favelas. And all of the American agents are killed except for Dwayne Johnson and Elsa Pataky, and Elsa or Elena.
Who is not American, but
yeah, Elena is like, they're like, cut us loose, give us a chance, and so she does. And then Reyes' guys, they shoot Hobbs' car with a bazooka. They kill all of his men. Everyone seems to be dead.
And
they're
he's
about to kill
die.
him. But Dom Toretto and Brian
Familia.
O'Connor show up and save his life. And then Dom extends the arm of friendship and takes him to safety. Oh, also Vince dies. Vince gets killed. He's like, Dom, you got to meet my son. I named him Dominic after the most important man in the world.
Well, his name's Nico, but it's Dominic.
Yeah. And he pops a little family boner once again.
And he probably just realized that in that moment and was like, I really need you to give my kid some money. So
I named him after you.
Dominic and Nico is his name.
So we get some standard Fast and Furious like family Catholic melodrama as Dom says goodbye to Vince's corpse. You were a special family to my family.
Lays him down on a table in the warehouse, never for his wife to ever find him. And now they just live with that smell until they decide to leave this warehouse.
Just gives him a million little kisses. Vince,
Your wife will find. I'm gonna put this barbecue by you. She's gonna find you.
And then when he's finished, he's like, all right, we're going ahead with the mission. And they're like, Dom, we can't. We got to run. Running isn't freedom. But he says to all of them, like, look, any of you can leave. You're all free to make your own choices. And
I
then
believe
he
him.
Walks away like he's going to go off by himself, but someone chimes in who we didn't know was there. Aye, man. I'll ride with you, Toretto.
At least until we kill the Reyes guys, then I might flip.
It's The Rock.
It's the rundown. We don't know alliances, really.
It's very good.
I like it. I'm moved. But where is The Rock during all this? Is he in the safe?
Is he in the safe?
I'm just kidding. Where is he? I can't remember. I know because it's so much about Dom and Brian's driving that I get lost as to where everybody else is.
Oh, well, so it's time for the vault heist. Hobbs and Elena ram their big giant truck Hummer into the police station so that Dom and Brian can just pull the safe out. It's all that stealth thing we've been planning for an hour and a half. Forget it. We're just going to punch our way in.
They really do throw away a lot of big things. But you know what? It's realistic. You go down one path just to realize you could save a lot of money doing it the other way.
And I think a thing, I've been trying to find a way to like synthesize this idea. I'm kind of getting sick of movies and TV shows, just stories about somebody who is a brilliant mastermind and we just watch their plan go off.
That's why I liked the killer.
Yeah.
Because it is a stereotype and it gets boring. Mm-hmm. I mean, you can still be a precision person. Someone's very regimented, very good at what they do, but that still doesn't exist. A person who doesn't make mistakes, even when you are situated like that. So to show a person have that mistake, and then the rest of the movie is about how you use your very big intelligence and skills, and it's part of the person. The point is you're a problem solver. That's what makes a good worker, good anything. Is okay. This didn't go as planned. Now I fix it. So I think that's interesting.
Not even anything to fix. This is one of the reasons I don't like the Saw movies. Like the most recent Saw movie, he gets like waterboarded with blood, but then it turns out that was also part of his plan. Like he sees every single move. That's okay. It's boring.
Okay. Right.
But yeah, they attach the safe to two tow cables, so they're pulling it out with one. So that's what The Rock did. He
used his big giant equipment because he's a part of this military apparatus.
Yes,
and yeah, he used. How's he going to explain this? We don't know.
It doesn't.
We don't know.
Dom and Brian, they attach the tow cables, and thus begins one of the great action sequences of modern
It
movies.
is quite a triumph. I would love to know, and we should shout out the 2 drivers who are actually doing this.
Shout out to those drivers.
Oh, yeah, heaven forbid you fucking Google something.
All right.
Just put it in the show notes. It is amazing.
Yes. So this is all practical. One way they did this was they put a pickup truck inside the vault. And so you can drive the vault. The vault is driving. That's
like Cousin It in the Addams Family play we just had.
That Lacey was a part of. But that is how they did it. The hand on a little remote control car. The whole time I saw the play, there were these 2 ladies sitting behind me doing like commentary on everything that happened in the play. And it was just like, oh, that's adorable. Oh, that's precious. Oh no, Wednesday, she's wearing the same dress as that other woman. Oh no.
We hadn't yet learned her name.
So
what about when the Lady Moon came out? That was supposed to be the big practical joke. Or, like, oh, the moon really is a lady.
Oh, the moon's a lady.
But I'm asking you personally.
No, I don't remember if they reacted. It was all just the most basic, like we're just announcing what's happening.
Again, I'm asking how you felt about the switcheroo with the moon.
I went, I confess I was a little confused.
Oh.
If I have a critique of that play, it's with the script, not with anything that you did.
No, I don't mean me. I just mean in general. Like you start to get it all makes sense to you when you've seen it 200 times.
Yeah.
So you don't know where the holes are. It's not like anyone ever stops and goes, I need fresh eyes on this. Is this tracking?
Yeah, no, it didn't totally track for me, but it's an experience. I just let it wash over me.
Good.
The Addams Family play. So yeah, great action sequence. I know that seeing this in the theater, I knew that I was like watching. This is something special, I said to myself. Like I've never seen this. This is such a beautiful idea. 2 cars.
And it's real because the weight is perfect, right? It's not just going ding, 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 like going all over. It's heavy.
And it has a momentum of its own. It moves very weirdly, and it's causing all kinds of damage that they then have to deal with. It's knocking over like poles, and then they have to dodge the poles.
When they split, I'm so confused. Like, what's going to happen to how are they driving 2 separate ways right now?
Yeah. I'm terrible at towing. At pulling a trailer. I've done it many times in my life. I still cannot back up a trailer to save my life. So watching this the first time. No, they don't back up, but I'm so bad at
I was echoing your I'm bad. I didn't even know they back up.
So the idea doing this, you know what? I couldn't do this.
You can. So 2 things. You said one it's drivable. What was the other thing?
That's
they
did is they took a pickup truck and they sliced off the bed, so it's just the front part of the pickup truck that was small enough that it could fit into this vault.
Fine, but what's the other trick? You said there was 2 tricks.
I don't think I said there were 2 tricks.
All right.
Other team members start arriving in police cars, and I think that I don't know if this is the beginning of these movies where they're always in touch with each other on walkie-talkies. I definitely prefer that to the MCU where everybody's in perfect seamless communication due to these in-ear things where they can just talk to each other. This is a pet peeve of mine. I don't like that everybody can always talk to each other in movies. How do you feel about that?
Well, you don't like to talk to people.
Oh yeah, maybe that's why.
Part of it.
Everything I ever criticize in a movie, you always say that's because you don't like it.
Okay, but Matt, when you have to do a job, you do not want anyone over your shoulder. You don't want anyone commenting because like you have a plan, even if it's not clear while you're doing it. So I can only imagine it would be something very much not your style if you were doing something very stressful while someone's like able to comment on it the whole time.
And you're saying that when I'm watching Avengers Endgame and all the characters can talk to each other seamlessly, the reason I don't like it is because I wouldn't want them talking to me if I was fighting. Okay, you're right. Okay, thanks.
You're welcome.
They're causing all kinds of death and destruction. It was bothering Lacey. It never bothered me, but Mia does say, like, guys, there's like 1,000 crooked cops following you right now. Kill them all. They get onto a bridge.
Boy, do they kill them.
They're being chased close behind by all of Reyes' crooked cops. They're not going to be able to escape. So Dom, who never tells any of his family members anything, he's like, guess what? I had a super secret plan.
Into the line.
I detach you now, and you speed off by yourself because you're a family now. And then Dom turns around and just, ejects the vault at all the bad guys, and it's awesome.
What if the vault had gone in the water and taken Brian with it? Just say.
That'd be quite the bungle. But
now it's treasure.
He sends the car hurtling toward Reyes' car. He jumps out of his own car. Reyes' guy, though, isn't dead. He's about to kill Dom, but oh no, Brian is still there. Brian called an audible, had to make a call, and kills him. And then Hobbs arrives, and then Reyes stumbles out of his car onto the ground and says to The Rock, "Help me!" And The Rock just shoots him.
I love that it's not. I love any non-ceremonial death of the big bad, because Reyes is never really the big bad. He's hardly a presence. Like it's just like he'll do whatever. It just means he's got an army.
Also, not what you're supposed to do if you're a federal agent. Just execute the guy there. Wouldn't it be good to take him into custody? See what we could learn.
He broke bad. And I don't know. I think, sorry, I wanted to make sure I make the point that the thing that is interesting and captivating about Vin Diesel is that there is just a sprinkling of Christopher Walken in his performance is so, there's such an affect to it. There's such a style that it becomes an impression of itself sometimes. And I think that's why it's so hard to get it just right. And so when Christopher Walken is dialed back, it's like some of the best Walken. But when he's dialed to 100, that's some of the best. But there's some middle ground where he's not all in or all out enough, where it's like, okay, I don't know if that worked. And I think that's true for Vin Diesel.
Yeah, when you said that, it's kind of like, there is a quality that is a little strange, a little off-putting, a little creepy,
right? And
yet it works.
And they're still warm. I want to hug Christopher Walken.
And I want to hug Vin Diesel.
I want to hug him.
Very sensually. One of our most sensual actors.
I guess.
That's for my team, you son of a bitch. And then he tells the two guys, he's like, I can't let you go. I ain't made that way. The way I see it, you've earned yourself 24 hours. The money stays, though. You can't have the money.
The way I see it, you earned yourself a fast 6.
But this is an echo of what Brian does for Dom at the end of the first movie when he reveals he's a cop, but he lets him go. And the Rock is so great here. He's like, Toretto, I'll see you soon. Mm-hmm. And Vin Diesel, this is his best line in the movie. He smirks and he goes, no, you won't.
See? And that's the way his voice sounds good. Mm-hmm. It's when you give him too much.
But guys, guess what? They secretly switched the vaults.
Uh-oh.
And we get the flashback that's like, here's what you didn't see 3 minutes ago.
Which I always like those.
Mm-hmm. This is very Ocean's 11.
Yes. Yeah. And I love Ocean's.
The Rock opens up the vault, sees that there's nothing in it but plastic, but he just laughs. That's all he can do. And Elena, looking like the most gorgeous person who's ever lived in the bridge light. And I guess second to Lacey Roth.
This plus the asses at the goddamn place you've been going swimming. I'm finding out a lot.
Yeah.
Finding out a lot.
Just like, it's just, has there ever been a more perfect day?
I'm going to go find that man because he's rich and I like it.
Ludacris hacks into the mainframe of the safe. He gets in. Wow, look at all his cash. And we get a montage of them living the good life. Finally ending with Dom visiting his brother-in-law and his enormously pregnant wife who are just walking around on the beach in wedded bliss. Oh, yeah.
We're doing the thing.
Vin shows up. Now he's dating Elena, and Elena and Mia have to go sit on the beach and talk about woman stuff, and Dom and Brian sit back and talk about man stuff like fast cars. And he's like, I want a rematch, Dom. And he's like, you think you can handle the fast? And that's how the movie ends with them going to race each other.
Yay. I didn't do it on Letterboxd. Sorry. I think I'd give it a 4. 3.5 to 4.
What we'll find out now.